Hello students, how are you? We are back with our NCERT series in which we are covering NCERT class 10. Okay, economy of NCERT class 10, and we are going to see today chapter 2 which deals with sector of the Indian economy. We have already seen the sector of Indian economy in our 9th NCERT, but today we will be going deeper into this. The more factors we will be covering when it comes to sector of the Indian economy. Okay, so this is our economy NCERT series. Let's get started because economy and again NCERT both are very important to you. Welcome to Shikara Academy. This is your educator Raini and I will be teaching you NCERT economy. Yes, NCERT economy is something which I will be covering. Current affairs I will be covering. I have a 6 long years experience as aspirant, as UPSC aspirant, and after that I have taught students in a lot of institutions, be it your offline or online, and you can see a lot of my educational videos regarding UPSC in YouTube. You are just one search away. You can type my name and you can get all the UPSC related videos which I have till now done. But those videos you will not be getting which I have taught in offline classes. Okay, and if you want to get my offline classes videos, please enroll in Shikara Academy and you can get the offline classes access too. So let's get ahead with our topic today. We will be talking about sectors of the Indian economy. Yet what are the sectors of the Indian economy? It is primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. Okay, and if we talk about primary sector, we have agriculture, we have dairy, we have fishing, forestry. If we talk about secondary sector, we have manufacturing and industrial sector, right? And then tertiary mein service sector is your prime sector. Going ahead with more details, let's talk about the primary sector. When we produce a good by exploiting natural resources, yes, natural resources is the key word here. Primary sector is something which exploit your natural resources and make goods. It is an activity of the primary sector. It is because it forms the base for all the other products that are subsequently made. So primary sector becomes your base as primary sector provides you raw materials, students. Yes, primary sector provides you raw materials and thus primary sector becomes the base sector here. And if we talk about the red collar workers, what are they, students? Red collar workers are those who are working in the primary sector. Okay, so these people are red collar people who are working in mining sector, forestry, agriculture, meat sector, wool, fishery, crops. All these comes under your red collar jobs. Okay, understood the term red collar jobs? Now, primary sector produce exploiting natural and is the base for all other products that we subsequently. We have already seen the definition of it, yes, and now we are seeing how people when they are going for agricultural fields, when people they are taking out wool, when people then they are mining and they are taking out precious stones, metals, yes, when people are doing all these sector, people are fishing and taking fish out of it, then they are doing this primary sector, my dear friends. Then in primary sector we have further bifurcation. It is the economic activity which are undertaken by and basis of all other products, and it's called agriculture and related sector also. So we can call primary sector as agriculture and related sector also, because primarily it is agriculture, be it fishing, be it dairy sector. So in dairy sector also, students, we have studied about Amul venture, cooperative sector. Do you remember? We have studied about mother dairy. So mother dairy and Amul were the cooperative societies who all were encouraging the development of and production of milk and milk products. Okay, to remind you that knowledge we have already covered in standard 9 NCERT. And apart from that, we have dairy, fishing, forestry. Yes, fishing again becomes very important. So fishing sector, my dear students, what do you think? Comment, please give your answers in comment that how much does India exports caters to fishing sector? How much? How much export sector, the total of 100% in the export sector, how much export is going on in fishery sector? Please send your answers in the comments. Okay, and fishery again plays a very important sector in India because we are getting a lot of money via exports and in domestic also, in domestic markets also, because fish is always in demand, be it North India, South India, West or East. Fish is always in demand, and then our government is also planning a lot of steps to encourage fishery sector. And fishery sector does not only comprise of fishes. Yes, it comprises of rest of the things also, be it crabs, prawns, all these things are also under fishery sector. Now let's talk about government initiative for fish production. What initiative does the government has taken when it comes to fish production? What initiative government has taken? So there is something called Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Yes, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. When you are writing your answers, my dear students, and when you are writing about the sector, you can quote such kind of examples called schemes. Okay, you can take examples of schemes, and government schemes is again one of the important topics of the government when it comes to setting your paper. So we have also started our scheme series in which you can go through the schemes which we have created, and we are going to cover all the important schemes in this 1 year, which will be vital for you for all your government exam, be it your Telangana State PCS, Andhra Pradesh State PCS or UPSC. Schemes are vital for all the examination, right? For all the government examination. So we have started our series. I have started that series. Please do go and check that out as well. So going ahead, it was launched by the Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy in 2020. Yes, in 2020 it was launched, and the objective and the main objective was to enhance the fish production, modernize fisheries infrastructure and double the production of fish by 2024-25. So what is the target? 2024-25, it's 22 million metric ton MMT. Yes, 22 MMT is something which we are targeting when it comes to fish sector. Okay, and we have to cover all inland, marine and aquaculture sector as well. We have to cover this also. Now before going ahead, let's talk about our mentorship program under the guardianship of our respected Deepika Reddy ma'am. Yes, along with Deepika Reddy ma'am, we will be having our rest of the educators also. Yes, we will be having our rest of the educators who will be teaching you rest of the subject like history, polity, economy, science and tech, geography. So my dear students, you have to grab the opportunity, and if you are going to prepare for UPSC, Telangana State PCS, Andhra Pradesh State PCS, do grab this opportunity. We are also preparing you for Group 1 services, and live plus recorded sessions will be there, and Group 2 also, and you can contact us in this given number below for free demo classes. Yes, you will be given free demo classes as well. Secondary sector of the Indian economy. What is the secondary sector now? It is related to manufacturing and industry. Yes, these are activities in which natural products are changed into other forms of finish through ways of manufacturing. Yes, from primary sector, the natural products are taken, the raw materials are taken, and then manufacturing is done, and then final packaging is done, and they are sold in the market. Yes, and they are also called industrial sector, my dear friends. And people engaged in secondary sector, that is manufacturing industries, are called blue collar workers. Okay, they are called blue collar workers. Red collar workers where you are in agriculture sector. Okay, agriculture primary sector. Your blue collar workers are mainly in your manufacturing sector and in your industrial sector. Understood? That is clear. Now going forward, yes, a lot of industries. See, what about your city? When it comes to my city, I am from Jamshedpur, and there is a huge industry of steel and iron going on there. Yes, we have a lot of automobile industries also in. So please comment us below what kind of industrial setup and manufacturing setup is going on in your place, in your city. So when it comes to my city, Jamshedpur, we have Tata Steel, we have Thin Plate, we have Tisco, we have Telco. Okay, and all these industries are catering to the needs of be it your four-wheelers, two-wheelers, truck, vehicles, even your salt industry, Tata Namak, if you have heard of. So these kind of manufacturing mainly related to steel and iron is happening in Jamshedpur. Okay, Jamshedpur is again an industrial city. So now the example of manufacturing sector, we will go in detail. That will be small workshops producing pots, artisan production, then mill producing textile, factories producing steel, chemicals and plastics, food production such as brewery plants and food processing and oil refineries. So all these things comes under your secondary sector, my dear friends, like whether it is your mill producing textile, mills producing textiles, your clothes, okay, your food processing industry, industries creating to the needs of steel, chemical, plastic, all these comes under your secondary sector. And what is core industry? What is core industry? So core industry, if we talk about, it is again one of the important topic of UPSC. There are 8 core industries. What are those 8 core industry, students? They are your electricity, steel, refinery products, crude oil, coal, cement, natural gas and fertilizers. Yes, you have to remember it because again this can be a very vital questions when it comes to UPSC and also in model questions answers. Okay, and in even mains they can ask you what are the core sectors. What are the core sectors? Chalo, mere piche bolo, what are the core sectors? These are your electricity, steel, refinery products, crude oil, coal, cement, natural gas and fertilizers. Okay. Now let's go to the tertiary sector, my dear students. What is the tertiary sector? Tertiary sector is nothing but related to your service industry. Okay. And if we talk about service we are providing, whether it is in communication, banking, trade, storage, transport, everywhere services are provided, right? So be it your banking sector, be it your IT sector. And again, what are white collar jobs? See, white collar jobs in IT sector, if we talk about service industry, are the engineers, okay? Are the engineers educated lots who are doing programming for you, who are making websites for you. So the educated lots, okay, highly qualified lots who are into IT sector, the engineers, IT sector engineers, generally they are under your white collar job, because white collar job under tertiary sector are people who are well educated and well knowledgeable in their specific area domain. Okay, but when it comes to call center, they are not actually falling, they are into service sector. Now tertiary sector, if we broaden it, then we have something called pink collar workers. What are pink collar workers, my dear students? What are they? Can you give a guess? Yes. So pink collars are something which is related to, generally people say that pink collar jobs are related only for women traditionally, but now there is no bifurcation. Even men are taking these jobs, such as your babysitting, okay, such as your babysitting flowers, nurses. Nurses are a very perfect example when it comes to pink collar jobs. Yes, nurses are Indian nurses. In COVID time, you have seen the contribution of nurses, right? They have contributed so much. So again, the contribution of nurses are very important for us, and then they are falling under the tertiary sector में pink collar workers. Pink collar workers, traditionally they were said that it is only for women, but no, students, these service industries are now being explored by men also. Now the tertiary sector, if I will give you a lot of examples, then we have nurses, okay, we have doctors serving for you, we have carpenters, we have carpenters, the groceries, the policemen, okay, all these people, people who are working on the streets, making construction work, who's cooking for you in the restaurants, okay, and these people who are vaccinating you, these all are your tertiary sector Indian economy people, because they are providing a service to the society, they are providing service to the people. Okay. Now why are only final goods and services counted? Now see, when it comes to economy, you will be studying about GDP, GNP, the gross national income, big things you are going to study later in the NCERTs of standard 11 and 12. But now if you talk about what are final goods and services and why they are only counted. See, when you take milk, okay, when you take milk, you can take milk from any farmers. But again, you process that milk and make cheese in the secondary sector, that is your manufacturing sector, industrial sector. Then after making cheese, you will pack it up, okay, also in the manufacturing center, and then you will sell it. So the final selling of that thing will be actually counted. And why this will be counted? Because the value of final goods already includes the value of all the intermediary goods. And what are those intermediary goods? The raw materials, okay. And if there is some work done on it, then also it becomes the intermediary goods, okay. Suppose milk is an intermediary good, again then you have made cheese out of it, it is again intermediate, and now you are taking a cheese and selling to the market directly, that is again your primary sector, because that is not manufactured. And again when you are giving into company and they are packaging it, okay, they are selling it, and then that becomes the final goods, because that is something on which the rate is mentioned, that is something on which everything is legal and people can know the rate and size and everything, okay. So the value of final goods and service produced in each sector during a particular year provides the total production of the sector of that year. Total production of the sector in that year is the final goods and services. Suppose it's your food industry. So final goods and services in your primary sector, in your secondary sector, in your tertiary sector, whatever goods and services we have produced in every sector in a particular year, be it in year 2025, 2024, okay, be it in any year, in that particular year, the total production of that sector for that year, that is called the total production of that sector of that year, okay. And here you can see the final products. See, when we take maida, that is again taken from the raw, okay, we will grind the wheat, we will grind the grains and we'll get maida. Again when that maida gets processed and that pack, it will come, yes students, it will come to your market, and then it's your McCain, okay, your fried stuff, Pepsi, again these all are manufactured inside the industry. So do you know the final concept of final goods and services are clear to you, why they are counted? Because already if we count the final product, be it your Maggi, so we are already counting the maida cost, the wheat cost, we are taking all the cost here, and that's why we are charging Maggi as 20 rupees or 10 rupees packet. It's not the maida or it's not the wheat which is getting costed, it's the labor cost also, manufacturing cost also, packaging cost also. So all the intermediaries things are counted here, okay students. Going forward, gross domestic product. What is gross domestic product? So the sum of production of all the three sector, primary sector, tertiary sector, secondary sector, is your gross domestic product of a country. So in a country like India, if we have India, whatever goods and services are produced in all the three sector in a particular year is called your GDP. All the goods and services produced inside the territory of India, okay, in 1 year, okay, will be your GDP. Now the value of all final goods and services produced within a country during a particular year is called GDP. That is as simple as example as I can give you, but further we will be explaining it more nicely. So these are your final products. You can see it in the market. Yes, the MTR, ready to make food, all the three packaged stuffs, be it atta, grains, dairy sector, this all will be calculated, my dear students. And not only products but services also. Suppose an IT engineer is working under an industry, that is service sector, tertiary sector, giving output, yes, that will also be calculated, okay. Not only production but also service sector, the manufacturing sector, the tertiary sector, service sector, the goods and services, everything will be calculated when it comes to GDP in a particular year for a specific country. Now let's talk about Manrega scheme. It came in 2005 and it is called the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act of 2005 and it came under right to work. Yes, the central government bought it under the right to work clause, my dear students. Okay, and it guarantees 100 days of work to people who are not skilled, and the works are given by the government. And these are like, if the government fails it due to private employment, will give unemployment allowance. अगर government आपको job नहीं दे पा रही है, ठीक है, and there is a criteria for Manrega that you are not skilled, okay, you are not getting jobs. In that case, only in village area and rural areas you will be getting such jobs. And again, if government is not able to pay you money, they will pay you unemployment allowance. Yes, the government will give you unemployment allowance. What is public sector, students? Now tell me, what is public sector? So public sector is something which owns most of the assets and provides all the services. Most of the assets are owned by the public sector and they provide most of the services. They are your railway or post office. Okay, these are all are your public sectors. Be it your PSUs. Yes, public sector undertakings are again your public sector. Then the post of IS officer, IPS officers, IRS, IFS. Then PSUs like Bharat Electronics Limited, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. These are all examples of your public sector. So here I have given you this website of National Government Service Portal. Here you can go and check what kind of jobs have been nationally given, and you can go and check out what are the government of India are putting vacancies in it, and you can apply for that, my dear students. So if we talk about the public sector, we see that there is a lot of grouping happening. Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. What are those? So let me tell you, when it comes to Group A, they are very high profile jobs, be it your IS officer, IPS officer and foreign officers, Indian foreign officers. When it comes to B grade job, Group B jobs, it's your engineers and doctors which are hired by the government. When it comes to C, it is near about clerk jobs. C is your near about clerk jobs, and D is something related to manual labor done by the people under government. Okay, A, B, C, D is clear to you? If you have any doubt, please comment us below. Now private sector. Whatever it is not government is private. Yes, private is the sector which is your ownership of the asset, delivery of service, hands of private individual or companies. When it is in the hand of private individuals, okay, ownership of the asset, they have the ownership of the asset. See, these kind of people, if they start their own business, people with good funding, if they start their own business, that is private sector. Okay, we talk about companies like Tata, Tisco, Reliance Industries. These are all your private sector. Yet Tata, Birla, Reliance Industries, Ambani's, Adani's, they all are having their own private sector industries. Now we bifurcate it, we will get to know that software development is happening in IT sector, data scientist, web design, IT recruit. In finance banking, we have relationship manager, investment manager, chartered accountant. These all are catering to the private sector. The marketing, sales, if we talk about, they are marketing managers, sales manager, business. So even the private companies are hiring these posts. Yes, the private companies are hiring these posts and giving employments to people in the private sector, and it is owned by private entities like your Tata Industry, Birla Industry, Adani, Bani and rest of the big giants. Okay. Now these were the example, one of the finest example of private sector, unorganized sector is your Swiggy delivery boys, and here you can see this person owning his own shop. Yes, this person is owning his own shop is again one of the best example of private sector. So I hope this topic was clear. Today we have covered the sectors of economy in the chapter 10 of NCERT economy for UPSC. I hope you like the video, and for further videos please comment us what changes you want in the video and what improvements you want in the video, what kind of more ideas you want in the video. So please do let us know about it. Okay students, please subscribe to our channel, that is Shikara IAS Academy, and we are here to support you, to Create your foundation for both UPSC and state PCS. Be it Telangana state PCS or Andhra Pradesh state PCS, we are there for you. So please stay tuned with us. Thank you, students. Thank you so much for attending the class. We'll meet again.